Friends, my colleagues, my co-workers, my associates, my fellow Americans, my unfellow Americans, my friends. Hello. Welcome to the show. This is going to be it. This is going to be a lot of the show. It's just going to be this. A lot of chitter chatter, a little bit of jibber jabber, and maybe some artwork to go along with it. Artwork, I think, is subjective. Doing a lot of heavy lifting. You know what I mean? You can make your own decision about that, whether or not it's real art. But who's to say what real art is? Me? You? The government? Who knows? We could all be participating in art. I could be an art right now and you would never know. You would have no idea if I am an art or not. So yesterday on the stream we did some streaming. We did some artworks. We did some drawing. We did some stuff. And then off camera, I did a little bit of coloring in because I'm really cool. Check this door out. Wow. 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 I'm so pleased with my door work, you know. So these little color ins I did off camera. Just for funs. And I thought we'll just do some more of that today if that suits everybody. If you want me to work on more stuff, feel free to let me know. I have other stuff in the pipeline. It's not all mice. You know what I mean? But a lot of it is mice. I will be honest with you. A lot of it is mice. Because we all know my favorite animal is the duck. Whenever I started to draw this stuff, my brother says, "How many of your animations are by ducks?" And I said, "None of them." And he said, "What are you doing?" But here's the thing, right? Because like right now, I don't really want to draw ducks. I want to finish Frank the Mouse. But you know what else I want to draw? For some reason, frogs. I really want to draw a frog, man. I really like frogs. I think frogs, you can quote me on this. I think frogs are an underrated animal. People don't give frogs the respect they deserve. I think a frog is a good, loyal animal. If you have a pet frog, it will love you and it will give you a cuddle. And if you get like a really, one of those like Brazilian tree frogs, it can give you like a drug trip if you lick it. How many other animals, when you lick them, get you super high? You know what I mean? Horse? Yeah, possibly. If you lick it in the right place. But really, just the frog, I think, right? Frog is the only one that's really that kind of animal, you know? The drug trip animal. And I think that's a cool, like, feather in your cap, right? It's a good little accolade to have. The drug trip animal. Because some other animals do other things, you know? And then you get a frog, and if you lick it. But then, what I don't get about that, you know, it's the age-old question. Like, how did you know that? You know, how did you know that licking a frog is gonna get you high? Because who would look at a frog and go, "I gotta lick it. Christ, I gotta lick that frog." You know. To me, I wouldn't have said it came up that often. It's like with the milk, but even the milk I can understand because with milk you can see, like the cow's young drinking the milk, and you go, well, then the milk is edible. I think that makes more sense than like eggs. Do you know what I mean? Like, dude, eggs like confuse the hell out of me. How somebody one day was like, we should eat eggs. Do you know what I mean? Because the proper way to eat an egg, you have to cook it. You have to cook up an egg. You have to like crack open the egg and then you cook the egg. You can't eat an egg raw. So somebody saw chickens giving birth to like their eggs, hatching their eggs, and chicks came out, and somebody was like, I can't wait till the chicken gets big. I gotta eat it now. So they just like yapped an egg in their mouth, and it was all goop. And they're like, yeah, that's disgusting. And somebody was like, hey, dude, you want to think about like heating that egg goop up? What about that? What if that does something? And then they were like, yeah, let's just we'll heat up the egg goop. You know, that's good. And then they ate it and go, dude, this is way better than just eating the goop. This is actually delicious. You know, that's when I don't understand. Like, there's a lot of, it's not just like eating an egg. It's not just like the milk. The milk I get, right? Because like I said, you see a cow eating milk, drinking milk. You see a calf drinking milk, and you go, okay, well, milk comes out of that animal, and it's good. It's nutritious. So people can probably eat that. Or drink that, I should say. But an egg, like who looks at that goopy, runny egg and think, yeah, I'll fry that. It looks like shit now, but I bet if I fry it up, it'll be all right. Do you know? I don't follow that logic. That doesn't make sense to me. I don't understand it. So it's the same thing with the frog. Who look at like that pretty little frog? Do you like the Brazilian? Well, I don't know which ones are like the poisonous, trippy ones. Brazilian tree frogs are poisonous, but I don't know what the trippy ones are. But who looked at a frog? It was like, I better lick that frog. Because you wouldn't lick an ordinary frog. You know what I mean? You wouldn't lick like a garden frog. So if somebody just like, I'm going to lick all the frogs and see which one gets me high, right? Because to me, that's bananas behavior. That's crazy. I understand, like, and then is somebody doing that with all the animals? Is somebody going around going, there's about to be a dog that if you lick it, it gets you super high, right? And he goes around licking all the dogs. And he's like, oh yeah, dude, the fucking Venezuelan puppy Craig dog gets you like super fucked up. You gotta lick it. And then everybody goes to Venezuela to lick the dogs. And then the government, the Prime Minister of Venezuela is like, you gotta stop licking the dogs. The dogs are not the way to get high. Don't lick the dogs. But nobody listens to them because they love licking dogs. And it's like a placebo thing where people think if I keep licking the dogs, you know, and they think they're getting high, but they're not really. So they're just licking all the dogs. And the Venezuelan Prime Minister is like, please, yes, the tourism is nice for our economy, but people are getting sick from licking dogs. We can't have this. We need to have normalcy in Venezuela. We don't want Venezuela to be known as the country where people come to lick dogs. We can't be having that. I don't want it. I, the Prime Minister of Venezuela, demand better for my country. Honestly, I think that's a fair thing. You know, for a Prime Minister that wants his country to be the best it can. I understand that. You know, I'm from the UK and our Prime Minister doesn't seem too concerned about making his country the best. But then you get into sticky territory, don't you? Because the American president thought he was making his country the best. And that's questionable, let's say. Because it was already pretty good. You know, it was where Hollywood came from. And it was where the American Civil War came from. And they made lots of films about that. That was pretty popular, the American Civil War. So America was pretty good. It was where milkshakes came from. And where KFC came from. You know, so that's pretty good. It's where all those films about 9/11 came from. I gotta say, I remember seeing like a load of Korean food has like really taken off these days. People really like Korean food. And one thing I have noticed about the Korean food is that they call it Korean, you know, if you get chicken, they call it Korean fried chicken. And I'm like, gosh dang, man, how annoyed are the Koreans that they didn't get the trademark to KFC first? You know, Because Korea is like the whole bit. That's like the whole country. They came up with like a fried chicken by themselves. And then one colonel guy comes along and is like, this is my chicken. This is my racist chicken. I don't know if it is racist, but the colonel came around in the time whenever racism was a big thing. And then also he is a colonel, so you feel like he's probably... Let's be honest here. You know, let's not kid ourselves. He's probably racist, right? I don't know what he's up to these days. I haven't seen him in a long time. Haven't heard from him. I invited him to my birthday party. He didn't turn up. I'll be honest with you, though. The reason I invited him to my birthday party was because I really hoped he would bring me some fried chicken as a birthday present, you know. He'd be like, oh, you're another year... This is my colonel impression. Oh, you're another year older. Well, I know... Okay. I know that my colonel impression sounds an awful lot like my regular voice. I can't help that. Don't worry about it. Oh, I see you're another year older, little boy or girl. Hard to tell these days. Well, have a bucket of chicken on me. Your good old pal, the colonel. I'm like, thanks, colonel. He's like, did I ever tell you about back in my day when we used to own the old plantation there? And I'm like, all right, I think you can go. You can go now, colonel. We don't need to hear the rest of that story. And he's like, it's not the way it used to be, kid. Things have changed since my day. I'm like, colonel, I don't want to know about it. It's your business. Keep it to yourself. I don't need to know, man. I don't need to know. So yeah, Korea's probably like, we invented fried chicken ages ago. You know? Can we get the trademark? They didn't even think of trademarking it. But the colonel did. He was like, yeah. I ain't letting those Koreans in. Because that sounds like... Doesn't that sound like something a racist colonel would do? I'm not letting the Koreans have this. It's just rude, you know? And it's a shame because, like I said, I like the colonel. I thought he was a nice guy. He was nice to me. I never had any issues with him. But that's always a way with like racists and fucking horrible people, isn't it? They're never mean to you because you're not the one they're interested in. You know what I mean? You see that all the time, or like you see like a news report about a rapist or whatever, or an abuser, and all the women he knows are like, he's the worst person I ever met, and all the men he knows are like, he's nice to me, he bought me a pint, you know. And you're like, well, that's because he didn't want to fuck you. Of course, he was nice to you. You know. This stream is off to a good start. Things are going well for me. Should not be left to my own devices, it seems. But I'm having fun with the animating. So let me look how this looks. This looks alright. No, I probably should. No, okay, so here, what I'm happy about with this, he's always going to look off model. Frank the Mouse is always going to look off model. But the legs are right here. I think maybe they're too wide here. I think there's some issues going on here. I think if we kind of do this a little bit and then put the magic like this, that looks better. There's another one where he's got fat legs as well, isn't there? Here. Yeah, we can trim this a bit. I think if we just slice this up a little bit. Like this. This would probably look okay. You know? It's hard to know. Do people want me to talk about animating, or do they want me to talk about different animals you can lick to get different psychoses to happen? Leave it in the comments. And I'll definitely read them. I won't pretend to read them like some other Twitch animators. They're saying they're going to read the comments and the comment on them, but they never do. I do. I listen to you, my friends. I listen to you. I do what the people want. You know what I mean? It's just the kind of guy that I am. What kind of guy you are? Is that what the quote is? I don't know. Let's see. What's this? What's this? What has happened here? Smooth that out a bit. Okay. So here, that's fine. But we should make his legs move here, shouldn't we? We should do something like that, I think. What? Oh, hang on. I have an idea. What if in this one, his legs move? We can kind of cheat it, I think. I think we can kind of cheat it. Or we'll make one of his legs move. In this one. A lot of the rest of them is going to be static. But this leg is going to move. Okay. This is possibly considered cheating. Not bothered. But if I do this and steal this color right here, maybe make his shoes a little bigger. Like that. Okay. That didn't really change much, did it? Not really. Maybe we should make his like leg bigger, a bigger movement. Do you think? Let's see. To there. Maybe to here. Let's see. You know, there's people on Twitch. That's the end of that bit. I mean, I can see right now there's people on Twitch. Somebody on Twitch has 32,000 people watching their stream. 32,000 people, man. I bet they're not being entertaining at all. I bet they're not talking about animals that you can lick and then get high from. You know? I bet they're not. I bet they're just like playing some stupid game. What's this? What's this? I don't like it. There we go. I need to put a briefcase in his hand too. I wonder at some point when that's going to become a problem. I'm going to color his trousers in real quick because I think that's fun. What I wanted to do on this stream was less about the coloring in and more about the positioning. So we're animating on stream. I wanted to do that. I thought that's what people want to see. They don't want to see the coloring in too much. They want to see the animation. They want to see the process of how the show is made. I think that I would like to oblige and show that off. So I'll probably steal this one and put it on YouTube as well as a video on demand kind of thing to show off, if in case anybody needs proof that I am an animator and have animated and intend to animate, you will see this. But what we're going to do, I like the coloring in off screen, off camera. I like doing that. That was fun to me. So what we're going to do, we're going to do some of the leg animations. And then when I'm off screen, off camera, I'll probably do a lot more of the coloring in myself. So that looks like it should have been animated. And you can do it with just a couple of like little leg motions. Do you know what I mean? So we'll do it with this one. You'll see what I mean when I start doing it. This needs to be black. Like that. So if we just kind of make his legs wobble around a little bit, that kind of counts. It's easy to fool people. You know, especially in this day and age, I think. It's so easy to fool people. And I really like animation because you can kind of, there's like tips and tricks and little things you can do to get away with it. You can fool people very easily. It's a trickster's game, really. But I like the old schoolness of it. I'm probably not even doing it properly. I'm going quite fast, which some people might find crazy because you're like, this is fast animation, and it really is, man. Because I've been working on this bit for a week or two, probably a few weeks, trying to do little bits. Oh, sorry, I'm watching the Germany-Spain game at the same time. This will date that'll date this video horribly, but so if we watch this motion now, with the legs moving, you should get a good. Oh, simply learn to draw. I could really use that program, I think. Wouldn't it be great if I could draw? I can't though, so I won't. You can't make me draw. I'll never draw. It's got 188.2 thousand reviews. There's so many reviews, man. So many reviews. Oh, so many people are talking about this stupid little thing. I don't want this. I don't want to get it. I don't want it. You can't give it to me. Too far. Went too far. You know what I want to do? That I need to fix. He's really small here. But I don't like that. So I'm going to fix that. I think it's in this one where he's really small. So we'll just try to make him bigger. Because that will help me when I'm animating it again. When I go back to fix it, it will help a lot if I can like get this right. Because he's way too small. Because he gets bigger as he goes towards the door. I'm like, that's bad perspective. He's not supposed to get bigger. So where is he? He's about here. So if we make him not that one. Like that. Like that. I think he's too small here. I really do. It's good. Like, it's a good idea. He's just too small. You need to work on that. Make your mouse less small. You shouldn't be able to see his legs here yet. I don't think. Well, his feet. You should be able to see his feet, yeah. You guys are all watching Gen Z playing Clash Royale. Unbelievable, man. You guys would watch something like that instead of watching a true artiste. I mean, the true artiste doesn't seem to be streaming either. It's just me. But you guys could watch me. It's all the talk about frogs and horses scaring you away. Am I too truthful? Is that what it is? Do I tell the truth too much? Am I too on the ball? Am I too in the know? People are like, that guy knows too much. He knows all the secrets. Who told him all the secrets? Nobody told me the secrets, man. I figured them out myself. Because I'm a fucking genius. You know? Ask me a question, I know all the secrets. You won't, though. You won't ask me a question because you're pretending to be busy. That's the one I should have rubbed out. That one's probably okay. He does get bigger, though. But that could be like a little cheat frame. You know? So if this one is, if his nose is right there, we can make him a little bigger. We can make him a little bigger. A little bigger. I'm gonna leave his nose there for now because that's where you know his nose is. If he knows his nose is there, ha 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 ha. Got all the jokes. Yeah, you know what? I'm starting to see why people might not be watching this stream. Sure. And part of it too is like, do you like the banter, or would you just rather I just stayed quiet and animated stuff? Because I can do that. I can put some music on in the background. Some nice, soft, romantic music. You know, like Megadeth. Something like that. Something cool. If you want. If his nose is there, what if you put his nose there? And we've got the arms. Like this? What do you think? That looks better, I think. So he needs to be big. He looked way too small in the original ones we did. And obviously that's just like a wireframe for now. I'm going to go and change it when I start coloring them in. But it didn't look right. Did it? That looks better, I think. So let's steal that color. So I get distracted there. It's an extra time with the women's football. If they go to penalties, this will be the third match that I watch. And I don't really watch women's football or men's football. I don't really watch football. But if it goes to penalties here, this will be the third time in a row that I've watched a football game that's gone to penalties. And the last one was Germany too, I think. Germany versus France. I wanted Germany to win. And they did. Okay, so this might be okay. Yeah, that looks like him getting bigger. Doesn't it? I think that's okay. Let's have a real quick look at that. Yeah, you won't notice it when it happens. It looks too quick though. I'm annoyed at myself because this is 18 frames per second. Am I gonna have to add frames to make that look smooth? Like if we look at this as a thing, if we're being really critical about it, this bit where he comes out of the car, smooth. That bit was pretty smooth. I think that's all. I don't know, man. Maybe it's okay. Maybe it's okay. I don't mind this one because there's a little bit of movement in his feet. But this one, we're going to cut his legs out. So this one's going to move back a little bit. I think they're both going to move back a little bit. So like kind of down here, and this one's going to go like that, I think. So it'll be like there. And then that one's going to go down there. That's what I'm going to do. Okay. So I reckon that's okay. If I rub these out, and I'll just do it again. Just draw the legs again. Draw the feet. Draw the feet. It probably seems like this takes a long time. You know? Like if you've watched like 3 of my streams, which you haven't, but if you were to have watched 3 of my streams, you'll think, he's still in this one bit? What's going on? Animation, man. It's not easy. It takes a long time. Like you can see even earlier, I was like, I might want to add some more frames to this. I don't know. I just don't know. I don't want it to seem too sloppy. Do you know what I mean?
Jay a lot. He watches the show. Not that it's selling out, but it's just too mainstream.
I want to make it seem smooth. I don't want it to seem too choppy. And I'm afraid that there's too many moving frames where it does seem a little like cheaty. Do you know what I mean? I'm cheating a bit too much.
Oh, really?
I'm sad about that.
We're going to cut them because they're too long, so we'll cut some of these ends.
Sorry, you're not watching a movie that's about marijuana smoking. Turn it off. I'm serious. I'm serious. You're not watching films about marijuana use.
Shut up. Go leave my room now. I don't need your help.
You said too rich?
Too Rick.
Rick, R-I-C-K? He wanted too Rick me.
here, buddy. One thing on your lips?
Yeah, well, we're never getting through.
No, we're going into the... We don't go there, do we, huh?
This one here.
Whatever.
That'll be all right for that. Thank you.
My next guest, legendary rocker, tonight he's won the song from his first solo album, which was Down to Earth. Please welcome Ozzy Osbourne.
He was really good. I could tell that he was a little bit uncomfortable, but he did good. Now you come back and talk to him. Next time.
What?
I said the next time you'll come back and talk, you'll be a talking guest instead of a singing guest.
Oh,
Right?
when's that next week?
Not this later.
Why are we married? I bet you do when you go out.
Oh, yes, you do.
I bet you go. What's wrong with it? That's very nice. You wasted your 50 hour holiday there?
Makes you really feel, I didn't feel nervous at all. You know.
Why do you start this thing? You never tell me you're going.
Because everyone else has what we said, and you're the only one that doesn't like what we
Darling, let's face it. You have not been standing in front of 30 billion decibels for 35 years. This is driving me nuts.
So, interesting choice. Packing your bags and leave us.
Michael.
How you doing? This guy got a delivery for someone. My name is Michael, and I was hired as a security to watch the Ozzy Osbourne and Mrs. Sharon Osbourne house. I walk around the perimeters. I walk outside. I check the front house, the doors, the windows, the back house. Make sure it's
All right. I stopped the dialogue for a little bit because I was watching the first episode of The Osbournes. Because Ozzy Osbourne very tragically passed away very recently. So one of the channels on TV was like, remember that show, The Osbournes? I'm going to show that first episode and we'll see the hilarity that ensues. So I watched about 10 minutes of it. I'm like, that's enough. This wasn't my bag, man. You know? But I know a lot of people liked it. It wasn't for me, but some people liked it. Back to the women's football. Let's see what's happening. I bet I missed something really important. I bet I missed the end of the game. Everybody wins. I know what the score is. They're not going to do penalties, are they? They can't be doing penalties. They can't be doing penalties, man. If they could show me what the score was, that would be good. I'd like that. I'd like that. Everybody seems pumped. It looks like Spain have done something very well because everybody in Spain's side seemed pretty pumped about something. Oh, the referee's flipping a coin? No, there's still extra time, right? All right. Sweet. More extra time. More time. More time for the ladies. More time for the ladies. It does look like he's walking, doesn't it? It's because there's movement in the legs. It looks a little bit like he's walking. But if you stop it frame by frame, you can see that he's not at all walking. I like that one. I would leave that one the way it is. And then this one needs to change. For sure. This needs to have a little spring in its step, I think. Maybe like that. That's okay. Yeah, that's okay. These are okay. All right. Happy with that. Mm, 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 mm. So today's stream, I'm only going to go for an hour, I think, because nobody's here watching this. So I might as well do this off camera by myself. As I often do things off camera by myself. I'll tell you about those later. Like in toads, for example. It's toads, right? It's not frogs. They don't like frogs, do they? They like toads. It's a very important distinction to make, I think. I wouldn't want to besmirch the toad community. No, the frog community. The frog community is the community that I don't want to besmirch. Honestly, I don't want to smirch any community. I think that's it's just low, man. No need for smirching. No need to sink that low. Start smirching people, you know. I don't want to get cancelled. If like 20 years from now, somebody comes back to the stream and was like, yo, dude, you smirched people. Here's the proof. And they showed me the stream that I willingly put up on the internet. That I willingly streamed. And then I willingly put up on the internet. They're going to be, look at all the smirching you've been doing. I'm like, yeah, you know what? Can't argue. He's got me there. I have been smirching. Said I was going to smirch. You know, put it on the internet. Because in the future, that's what'll get you. This smirching. You know, it's always like, what are you going to get canceled for this time? What are you going to get canceled for? Smirching. And you probably don't even think smirching is that big of a deal, but it will be once you get canceled for it. You know? A lot of people out there right now, they don't even know how to smirch. They're like, what do you mean? I can't tell you. What, do you want me to get canceled? No, I'm not doing that. I'm going to be smooth, smart. Ahead of the game. Ahead of the curve, you know? You think I'm going to get caught in the smirch game? Pff, get out of time. Okay, so I think that's pretty good in terms of legwork for this up to this point. I don't hate it. I don't hate it. Honestly, I might add some more frames in between then. But at the moment, what was the one I didn't like? Was it that one? Maybe it was that one. But I'm going to keep it. He walks away. Good, good, good. Then he appears over here. I think I'm going to add another frame in here of this same bit. It's all about timing, man. It's all about timing. You gotta get the timing right. If you get that right, the rest will follow. So let me look at that. How long does he stop and look at the car for? So this 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. 9 frames where he looks at the house. And then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 15 frames where he looks at the car. Is that enough? He needs to think about that he didn't lock the car more. So I'm gonna add 3 more frames to that, I think. So let's have a look at this. That's pretty good. I'm happy with that. I'm gonna add a frame in here as well. This one. Add a frame in here. And then add a frame after he's closed the door. How many have I got here? 1. Just 1. 1, 2, 3. I'm gonna add 2 more here. Let's see how this looks. Hang on. We go all the way back. All the way back. He's not waiting long enough. But I don't want to wait too long. Oh man. Let's just add 2 more frames and then we'll play it by ear. Oh, did somebody score a goal? Sorry, I was too busy animating the mice. Everybody looks very happy. Well, that guy doesn't. Oh, Spain scored. It's nice. You know what I need? I need extra frames here. This is what I need. This is okay. Actually, there's something missing. I don't know what it is. I think that's okay. I think that's okay. But I'm gonna need some extra frames on the way back. If I hang on. If I make a frame here where he just turns around, I think that would be I think that would look really cool. So there's just a frame where he kind of turns around. So it still looks like there's some motion happening, but it's just him turning around. Really see what I mean? It's pretty much like this. Because what way is he? He's already facing that way. So if we do like a half frame, where he's half turning around. Do you know what I mean? Like a little motion. If we can do that, if we can put that in, it'll look great, I think. That's what I think. You'll see what I mean in a second when I do it. You'll see what I'm talking about. But like a little bit where it looks like he's turning around, but not actually taking a step. Maybe it looks like he's taking a step, but like he's still in the same kind of, like his leg will cock up as if he's gonna move, but he's still really in the same kind of general area. He's in this position, you know. Don't know if that makes any sense to anybody. Looks like that might be it for the football. No, they're still playing. They still got some extra time left. That's sweet. Germany can still pull it back. Germany goalkeeper, she's really cool. I hope she does well. This is the semifinals, I think. Very impressive. Tell you what, man, those girls can play football. Fair play to them. You know what I mean? All right, so if we take this, and then what way is he looking? He's looking forward. And there's 2 frames of him looking forward. So what if we do a frame where his nose is kind of like here, but he's still like this? Yeah. Yes. And then that leg probably could have stayed where it was. But this one's going to move like this. Yeah, I think that's right. Like that. I like it if this is the same color of green. That would be useful. So that it wouldn't look too jarring when we watch it in full. So this should give like the illusion of movement without any real movement happening. Okay. Oops. That's okay, this is good, but this is perfect. But it means we need another frame or 2 in here. Maybe here. Something's too quick about this. I don't know what it is. There's something that's too quick about this bit. It moves too quickly. So we need to add some frames in here. I don't know what it is. Do you know what I mean? Can you see that? There's something in there. I don't know what it is. Like if he comes around the front, is that still too quick? I don't know. Let me go back. Let me go back and watch all of this again. Is it okay? I don't know if it is okay. I'm going to start painting it for now. Coloring in and doing the leg animations for now. And then I can add more frames if I need to. This bit, there needs to be a little bit more. This movement is good, but I think here he needs to pause more. before he opens the door. So I'll add another 2 frames to this. If that's enough. That might not be enough. Let me see. Let me see. That's it. Spain have won. Nice try, Germany. Did the best you could. Oh, there's a frame where nothing happens. Okay. And then maybe whenever he is here, there should be another 2 frames here. You know? Of this. Where is he? Put that up there. Time is it? 10:30? We've almost been on for an hour. I'd like to go on for an hour. The last one lasted, I think, an hour and a half, 2 hours. So we make this one go for an hour. That's pretty good going. And people will say nice work on the animations, you know. Boom. There's still something wrong with the timing, but I don't know what it is. I think if I just go through it frame by frame, that's too quick. Unlocking the door is too quick. Because we did one where he was looking at the car, and that was like, what was that, 15 frames, I think? So let's do... Why has that just copied? Oh, I'm an idiot. Oh, I'm such an idiot. Oh, I'm an idiot. Oh, I cannot believe I've done that. Oh, wow. This is an important thing to remember. That on this layer, the only thing that was on this layer was the mice and the car. But whenever I was coloring in the frames to color in the mice over here, I was coloring in the background, rubbing them out. I could have just erased them. Do you know what I mean? I could have just done this. Oh, I'm an idiot. Like over here. I'll show you what I mean. Oh, gotta get off that. Just as an example. Let's use a junk frame somewhere. Right here. Instead of like coloring in what it should be, I could just do this. And it wouldn't affect the background whatsoever. Like, I'm such a dope. Oh man. Well, this is good for me to learn this stuff. I mean, it's not going to make too much of a difference, really. When you see it, it really won't make a difference. Oh, man, I'm so stupid. Well, this is going on YouTube, so everybody can see how stupid I am. You know what I mean? You don't have to be smart to draw pictures. You also don't have to be good at drawing pictures to draw pictures, evidently. Oh, boy, oh, boy. Well, probably going to clip this one. Everybody can see what kind of a fucking idiot I am. You know? Unbelievable, dude. Unbelievable. All right, well, that seems like a good way to end things, doesn't it? I'm even a stupid idiot. Okay, what we're going to do, we're going to watch the whole thing real quick, and then I'll call it a day there. Let's get the door in. Got to get the door in. All right, let's have a look. So we can see the door, we can see the car, we can see everything. Let's go. There is something that happens somewhere that I don't like. Something moves. It's here. Oops. Is it that? Is that what I don't like? I don't know. You notice it more when we see the whole video. But we just need to focus on this, I think. Oh gosh dang. Go to what we need you to go to. Alright, let's watch it all the way through with no just fresh eyes. Okay. I don't hate it. I don't hate it. I think that's as good a place as any to cease the show. So what I'm going to do off camera, offline, is do a lot of what I was doing earlier. So I was moving the legs over here, so you can see. So it makes it look like he's walking. We're going to do a lot of that. And then I'm going to color it in as well. So a lot of the coloring in is probably going to happen off camera, because I don't think that's fun to watch. It's fun to do. I like doing it. Fun to draw. So we got to about here. All that motion is probably fine. I might make him bigger, you know, to get the perspective right for later. But I don't hate it. I might redraw that, but I like, or just make it bigger. But I don't hate it. And then here, the legs are okay. This bit needs legs done. But a lot of that I can kind of just color in by myself. So, all right. Let's get on that then. I'm probably not going to stream tomorrow, because I have to record some shows for my podcast, which is called Smart Avengers. We're on YouTube, we're on Spotify. You can check us out. We talk about comics. So I'm going to record some episodes for that tomorrow. Friday and Saturday, I'm going to be away all day. I will not be able to stream. So if I'm not streaming on Thursday, the only other day I will stream, it will be Sunday this week. And hopefully we'll see a lot more progress made in Frank the Mouse. I think so. So thank you very much for watching. If you did watch, I appreciate that. Feel free to join in with the conversation about the frogs and licking horses and stuff next time. That would be great. And I will see you probably on Sunday. Look out for this on YouTube. I don't know if I'll put this on the Spooky LaRue channel or if I'll put this on Team Crow's channel, because Team Crow's is my animation studio that we're trying to start up. But yeah, that's it. Just keep an eye out, man. All right, this was fun. I'll see you later. See you.